Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
In your own Bye Guys, it's all about being sensitive, having fun, and just really being yourself.
It's the Bye Guys, nigga. The Bye Guys, nigga. Yeah, the Bye Guys, nigga. The Bye Guys. The Bye Guys, nigga. The Bye Guys, nigga. Yeah, the Bye Guys, nigga. The Bye Guys, nigga. The Bye Guys, nigga. Yeah, the Bye Guys, nigga. The Bye Guys.
Bye Guys with Zac and Ian. It'll get your dick sucked.
That's right. It is a Bye Guys surprise. Lewis is out of town on very important Puerto Rican business. So it is me, the international superstar, your other boy, with super best friend Ian. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey man, I'm good. I'm hanging by a thread or a rope, but I'm hanging in there, you know what I mean?
Well, you look good, and it's nice to finally have you on the show. Sans mask.
Yes.
You have it right in front of you.
I do,
I don't
and
blame
I'm debating if I should put it on, but it is free advertising for my favorite steakhouse in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, DeStefano's. They gave it to me. They give me a free key lime pie every time I go there and a mask. So if you get a chance, go to DeStefano's, Consuelia and Leonard. It's a great place to be. Should we be wearing masks? Should we?
Not in here. I think we're okay.
I think we're all right. We have ventilation. Virzi looks nervous.
What? No.
Virzi's getting over the intro still.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
He's got the antibodies. He doesn't care.
Not for what me and Ian have.
Well, nobody's cured that yet.
So when Lewis isn't here, we take over the show and we're the Bye Guys. It's kind of like a pop-up show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, at first I was like, wait a minute. Did they fucking, is this another show that these guys just fucking, a bisexual fucking show that I...
Yeah. You gotta jerk off to gay and straight porn in order to do the show. So Virzi, you're up.
Straight porn, but with your non-dominant hand.
The most straight man I've ever met in my life. That was hilarious. There were two guys shirtless, and Virzi had a visceral physical reaction.
No, I was just going like, I looked at Dave, I'm like, did they schedule the right fucking thing here?
I also didn't realize it was rap because it had your picture. Even though you're here, I was like, is this a new show?
Virzi looked like he was getting a catheter pulled out. He looked so fucking...
No, you know what the funny... I was like, oh, dude, they got like an intro with the guests. So I was like, at first it was like you, then all of a sudden I saw...
By the way, that is not a picture of me. That is a transitioning woman that you get when you Google me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not... Oh, okay.
Which is hilarious. It's so funny.
No, that's hilarious. And then I was like, Ian, I was like, I wonder which one. And literally, as I'm watching that, I'm going, I wonder which picture they got from the internet of me. And then all of a sudden, I just saw fucking Johnson's and I'm looking over at Dave like, are you...
There's 4 billion shows here, so I wouldn't be surprised if I just walked onto one.
Yeah,
I thought Lewis was going to be here.
Yeah, so did I, but it's okay. I got a tip off last night. He might not.
Usually, when Zac and I hosted, we cuck Lewis and we turn Real Ass Podcast into Bye Guys.
That's hilarious.
And it's Real Ass Podcast. Too much testosterone, too much alpha. Here, it's okay to cry.
It's okay to be in touch with your emotions.
Yeah,
Good. I was doing that in the bathroom.
You got all the crying out.
Exactly. I was doing it before.
I
thought
go to
Lewis
the East
was
River,
here.
but bathrooms are okay usually.
So let's get plugs out of the way right away. We have 2 great guests today that you guys know and love. We've got Dave Landau from Compound Media. Dave, what do you want people to check out?
You can check out Compound Media. CompoundMedia.com, The Anthony Cumia Show with Dave Landau, and a fair one with myself and Tommy Pope on Wednesdays.
Yes, I was on it last week. I was so bummed you weren't
Yeah,
there.
dude. I've been wanting you to come in, and I saw you were the guest, and I was like, fuck, the week I'm not here.
I know.
Yeah, you got to come back in, though.
Pope lied. He was like, Landau's here, I'm here, it's going to be great. I was like, whoa, what a threesome. And then you pulled in old Lewis and didn't show.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just like this last minute. He's like, are you here today? I'm like, I'm not sitting next to you.
Yeah.
It's 7:30.
Yeah.
Virzi, same. What do you want people to check out, my friends?
Well, this weekend, will they hear this by this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, this weekend I will be, for the first time ever, going to Utah, Wise Guys Comedy Club, Salt Lake City. And then on the 23rd and 24th, I'll be at the Comedy Connection in Providence. You can check out my new YouTube channel. Just type in Paul Virzi, Virzi, and get me on all the socials.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. Einon Fidance.
You can check me out on Instagram at Ian Fidance, IANFIDANCE. And every week I post a sketch, and I am going to be in Philly at the City Winery October 24th. And you can get tickets on my website, ianfidance.com.
Fantastic. Guys, you know where to see me. Instagram, Zac is not funny. Check out Zac Amico's Midnight Spook Show, Fridays at midnight here on the Gas Digital Network. Comics talking shit while we watch a movie, as well as Catalyst Wrestling Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. And I will be at the Bel Air Diner in Long Island City this Saturday the 10th with my movies Return to Nukem High Volumes 1 and 2. My company Troma will be at the diner every weekend throughout October showing some of our classic bad horror movies. And on the 30th, we are doing a secret screening that just happens to coincide with the release of a movie we just finished that we are not allowed to advertise. So, just maybe, show up to that and you can see the new movie that I wrote and assistant directed, and I'm in as a woman.
So you're... wow.
Jesus, how much shit?
so-
I'm like, where do you get the time? Yeah, my company's going to be here. I'm doing this movie.
Yeah.
I go to the wrestling thing. Fuck, you're
I'm
a busy man.
boy. Yeah.
Somebody...
I do very little work in a lot of things.
And you can't say the name of the movie?
I know what movie's going to be there.
Right, I meant other people. Let them know.
So we just finished a movie. It just premiered at
This is the one you were telling me about that you were working on.
It's called Shakespeare Shitstorm.
Yes. Okay.
And because we have deals with other places to debut it, we are not allowed to advertise whether or not we would do a secret screening of it in Long Island City for Halloween, because other film festivals have negotiated with us to have it be premieres for them.
Oh, that's a good 2020.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
if you're getting-
to spend 2 years on a movie and then when it's right and ready to come out, be told there's no more movies.
I would love to see it. Yeah, it's too bad there's not. I would love to see a Troma film, though, get into a lot of festivals.
Well, we did
Could you imagine Zac at Sundance?
Yeah, I want to see
Him
it.
and Robert Redford on the red carpet.
We did.
He's dressed like a woman. Redford's puking.
We did this thing called the Contender Series at the Museum of Modern Art, and it was like
I love that place.
but it was us and like Scorsese and like all these, like we were one of 7 movies.
The guy who directed Mean Streets, like, I love all the shit in this film.
Tarantino sitting
Yes.
No, it was
Miller's
literally
Crossing.
It was Clint Eastwood, Scorsese, and us.
It's awesome.
Oh, it's great.
Shut up. That's incredible.
And then Museum of Moving Image premiered the last one. Fantasia Film Festival just showed the new one, which is like the biggest Canadian film festival.
Yep.
We get because our director's been making movies for 45 years. So we get into all these things.
Is it the main dude?
Yes,
I'm
Lloyd.
blanking. It's
Yeah,
the
Lloyd.
director.
Do they know
Kaufman,
what
right? Yeah.
is getting in, or is it just good faith?
No, they screen it. Usually he gets like a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I was going to say, he's well known in the industry.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he's sitting there with that company, even though it is...
And it doesn't hurt that his wife was the New York State Film Commissioner for 20 years.
Oh, that's awesome. That will help.
He came his way into it.
There you go.
This does suck though for people that, like, you're right, like that movies were about to come out, or like if you just got like I know a buddy of mine, he just like he was in theater for a while. He does stand up. Chris Lamberth, funny dude, does stand.
yeah.
You know Chris, and he loved theater, and he got like a part on a new Broadway thing that was about to like be like huge, and then it just was like, yeah, no, we don't know. Hopefully it comes back. Like he got like on Broadway, not off Broadway shit. Like it was like his dream, and then it's just like, yeah.
That's happened to so many people that we all know, you know?
Yeah, it's like that's the thing. You can't really feel bad for one person because like everybody
I know.
got everybody got
that was what was happening to me. I was like in this like spiral of just like, you know, you can't help but feel sorry for yourself for some things. And then I was like, yeah, but you know, not thank God that I'm not, but like look at the perspective. You know, I don't have, you know, a family. I blah 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 blah. And I was like, you know, really feeling for my friends. And then I started like crying at just the pain of everything. I was like, oh my God. It's amazing. I have empathy. Thank God. I thought I didn't have it for so long.
It's probably a good lesson for comics to get that back.
Yeah.
A little bit of it. A little
totally.
taste of it.
And realize what we do is entertain people
it's
in
fucking-
a box so
yeah,
they buy 2 drinks apiece.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's nice.
But at the same time, all these like I forgot to.
We're
plug
first
this.
responders.
I have like we're the first responders.
Yes,
we're
we're
the,
the front
ones
line.
that make the first responders. laugh.
Heroes work here. That should be on your door.
If it taught us anything, it's just that we really don't matter and we're not that fucking important. Like,
Right.
we doing what we do. You have to have some sort of. We're all narcissistic, right?
Totally.
In order to go somewhere at 1 o'clock in the morning and think that and get reassurance from people that you're funny in a bar in New York City
Right.
is already fucked up.
Or
Right?
lazy.
Yeah, that's
I'd say
true.
we're all lazy.
We're all lazy. We're all narcissistic. But like now,
None of us are good looking enough to be cam girls, pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, believe me, if I could just sit at home.
yeah, no, and I
Fuck
just feel like
myself
I'm
up
like,
and
what?
down.
We don't
Put
matter.
a webcam up your chooch. Yeah. Well,
We don't fucking matter.
we were
Don't tell my
told
brother.
specifically we don't matter because when they rolled out all the phases, we weren't even in a phase.
Well, we just kept doing comedy, kind of like going into studio and doing this and like park stuff, and
Yeah.
it was pretty ignored until it got any media attention.
Well, I mean that's kind of like weird because I do all these rooftops and like I'm performing every night like multiple times a night. It's like crazy, but it's weird because there's more people at these shows than like some of the clubs putting these shows on. There's like more people at these shows than there ever were at the club, and the people are showing up. They want to be there. They have to find out a secret location to get there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and all these people, they're great audiences because they specifically are like seeking it out. They're not like roped into it somehow, and they're there to enjoy it. And the crowds have been like great, and it's just so weird to have like people be like, it's really, thank God you guys are doing this. It's really important. I'm like, it's nice to do. I'm like, what do you do? They're like, I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon. I'm like, I think what you do is way more
I think
important.
you win. Yeah, it's also good that people show up because comedians and rooftops are not always the best blend if no one's there.
Oh, you're telling me, bro.
You
Dude, I did
fucking
that.
jump off of it if you bomb.
That fucking.
Hey, I'll just go this way.
What is
No
this
need
place?
for the
The
elevator.
little. What's the one rooftop?
Tiny
little?
cupboard?
Tiny cupboard.
Yeah, they have
dude, I had
3
a
shows a
fucking
night.
panic attack looking over that roof in the middle of
Oh
my set.
God, yeah.
First of all, they did not tell me that it was a fire escape to get up there, which I think I would have just turned down. The
Oh,
gig.
you were wider than the
I couldn't.
stairs.
I could barely fit up it. And then I was on the thing, and the J train just came behind me during my set.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself!" Like, I just had a complete panic attack. I'm like, I'm up way too high. This is a terrible idea.
I'm up way past my bedtime.
It was just, I can't. I don't know if I'm not gonna do park shows. I'm too dirty.
Oh, I'm not doing them. I'm just not doing them
I'm just
because
not doing them because I
respect
saw a
myself.
little. I'm not doing them because I literally saw multiple little kids walking up to like adults on blankets, like going, "What's going on?" And the last thing you want to do is just be like yelling against feminists.
Oh, yeah.
When there's like I'm not doing.
Yeah, but
that.
also you guys have families.
Yeah.
So like you don't really
Yeah, I
you
really
know.
don't want to go out and do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, you have families that
You
you,
have your own
stay
kids to
home
fuck
with,
up.
and
Let's straight
You
up.
have your own kids to yell at,
let me
Virzi.
make those mistakes up at my own fucking house.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a
need to go
child
to a
I'm
park.
swearing at already. I don't need a park full of them.
And it's weird because you never want to shit on anybody doing anything. Like, who the fuck is anybody to judge? But seeing some of these people
Every
like
comic.
holding a karaoke machine, like mics and with like one wire, and the sound seems shitty, and there's like a couple people sitting there.
Yeah.
It just, but then they look like some are great. Like some outdoor shows are great. And I agree with you, Ian. I did an outdoor show in Fairfield, Connecticut. People are like in
Yeah.
it. They're like in it because they need it.
Yeah,
and it's
dude.
almost like, and they literally went to Dick's Sporting Goods to get their fucking chair. Like they literally like went to an outdoor place to get it.
Yeah.
And that like makes you more vested in it. Like this thing
Yeah.
was fucking $55. Like, I'm in this, dude.
Yeah.
There's concessions outside or whatever. So I look at it like, if you do come to those shows, you're not going to be a fucking
No.
drunk dickhead. You're not
No.
going to be,
There's like never any hecklers or anything. People are into it, and it's a good way to build material because you can't play the clubs in the city right now. So it's like you just build material for when you go back on the road. So you're not just kind of like, well, here's a new thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
even though that
clubs
is fun.
now- Yeah. But
You
even
know.
clubs now are the same way. People show up and they're just happy. And they're happy
Yeah.
to be there. And they're not disrespectful. And you're not worrying about people getting too shit-faced.
Man, your guys' audiences are way different than when I opened for Lewis.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I
no.
was with Lewis and Jay at Soul Joel's.
Yeah, no, there's compound
Oh,
fans
God.
that we've had to shush.
Yeah, shush.
They work there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, could you please stop saying the N-word? I'm trying to do it.
I don't like the distractions outdoors that you can't control, like either a loud
Flames.
motorcycle or
I
like
love
one,
it.
like a fucking
Jogger getting
you're
shot.
just like, yeah, but like if you're in the middle of like a bit that you're like, and then all of a sudden you're just like something happens. A train. When I did Soul Joel's, it was great. I had such a good time, and I
you
went
weren't
long,
ripped
but there
off
was a
the
train.
stage?
What's that?
You weren't ripped off the stage by an audience
I was not
member?
ripped off the stage. By it's funny when I got
You
there.
didn't get the Soul Joel experience.
When I got there, I go, "Hey man, I saw what happened with Jay." I go, "You guys have something like just in case?" like, you know,
Like,
so
yeah, we have a sign.
He's like, yeah. But a train went
We
by.
have Lewis
like
here.
a
He'll make
fucking
it worse.
locomotive. And I'm going like, did you get the train when it
Yeah.
was? Yeah. And I'm just going like, all right. I mean, obviously you turn it into a joke, but there's definitely, that's the one thing that you're not, that's the new thing, the new tool that we've learned.
Right.
Right? It's not a drunk heckler or somebody dropping a fork
Yeah,
or a
no,
glass.
it's a fucking NYPD helicopter hovering above your head.
There's a room in Michigan, the Holly Hotel. It's just a comedy club. It's in the basement of this old hotel right next to a train track. And the trains are always very long, at least 10 minutes. And very
What?
fast. Yeah, the whole place shakes.
Oh, my
And then in
God.
the late show, I don't know what it is, but the cleaning staff refuses to not clean up upstairs. So you just hear a vacuum going for a good 10 minutes of your set as well.
That's amazing. Just a vacuum in a train.
To me, it's always when clubs have like blended drinks.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Nothing makes you feel
Dude,
like you're
that's
bombing harder
such
than
a
a
good call.
margarita.
Yeah.
No, that's such a good call. And they do, a lot of places
Yes,
do it.
and you can't
And
turn
they-
it into. You can't like shit on them because they're the ones
They
providing.
need the money,
Yeah,
they need the money, and the person wants to drink.
Yes.
So if you start shitting on them, you're just shitting
I know.
on. But at
But
the
it's
same
so,
time, you're like,
how do
dude,
you
can
not know?
Yeah.
Can you
that's a
not
great
go
call.
into a broom closet?
That was my only issue with the first stand. Because the first stand, you were really close, so you heard it.
Right.
But then, like, there's other clubs that they just fucking blend the ice. And
Well,
you
yeah,
just-
and they silenced off the bar now, so you can tell because there's a lot of rooms in the country where the bar's in the room, and you're just like, what?
those are the ones that.
Yeah,
are
yeah.
just,
That's just why don't have a blended drink.
It's
Don't
why don't you
ju-
just throw a glass at me?
As long as it's like a giant girl drink and the guy in front of you gets it, you can then get payback.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like you just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But it's like you're gonna have to fucking a blue thing and a coconut. You can't just have a beer.
coconut.
I do, man. How many clubs have had like good bouncers? Like, how many have you seen? Like the good, like
The number one best
seller.
one is Gotham. Because they have ex New
yeah.
York City detectives that will literally and have literally throwing people out head fucking first, like almost like a cartoon.
I've
like
seen-
like hold them by the back
Yeah.
of their belt and their collar and fucking out.
I've
Like,
seen a drunk go into a wall there, and the guy's like, "I'm sorry to do that." I'm like, "Don't be sorry. That was wonderful."
oh yeah, dude, these guys have like black suits on and they're just like looking. I remember one guy was just going like this. He's just looking. And I go, what's it? He goes, no, he's looking. This woman's gonna say so. Like they knew beforehand. And one thing,
he's profiling her.
yeah. Shout out to Chris Mazzilli. Chris Mazzilli saw somebody hammered online, like staggering, like, and he just walked up to them, and he goes, listen, tonight's not your night. You're not going in there. So here's tickets for another show, but it's not your night. Go home and like legitimately gave him tickets to another show and just prevent it. And that's why all the times I've headlined go there for a weekend and you do, it's never like it's instant if something happens. You know what I mean? And then some places don't give a fuck. And you know the ones that don't have that, they don't care. They want the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle is like that. When you come in, if you're a party of 6 or more, you have to sign a thing that says, "We warn you once and you're out." Like they're not even giving you 2. You're just done.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
So it's but he respects comedy in the show enough for that. And
But then there are some weak comedians that like, because I always have the 3-strike thing. I'm like, look, man, if I address it once in a funny way, cool. Then the second time I'll be a little more. I go, if I have to do it the third time, like something. But I remember one time I was in Atlantic City, and one guy just said something like even positive. The guy goes, "Get out, get him out," and I'm like,
What?
He didn't even fucking say. Yeah, he just couldn't. He just wasn't. He didn't have the chops to even fucking interact with.
and
the
you
guy.
don't want to defend the heckler, but you're like, it's really not a big deal. Like you can stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a guy get the old heave ho years ago. So the bartender at CB's was this big rockabilly.
CBGBs?
No, so there was a club down the street from the cellar called CB's.
Oh,
that
Yeah,
used to work
it
us.
wasn't.
That's not the guy that passed away, is it? Rest his
Yeah,
soul?
Rick.
Oh, okay.
passed away.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
it blocked
He was the
from the
bartender
lantern, too?
downstairs.
Yes.
In the room of the
Yes.
showroom. Yes.
And he was the best. And his nickname with his friends was Bruiser, and it worked. He was
Yeah.
a big, and he like muscle. And I watched him, and upstairs was a restaurant called Cafe Del Mar, and they called him up to kick out a guy who was like hammered at the bar. And I think he like maybe grabbed the waitress or something. And Rick just goes to give him the old heave-ho into the street. But his watch got caught on the guy's belt.
Oh, Jesus.
So he threw both of them. He was so strong. He goes, 1, 2. And then he went flying on top of him and landed on him in the street in a perfect butt-fuck position. And I swear the guy's spleen came out of his mouth. He landed on him so fucking hard.
Oh, Jesus.
I like when they handle themselves too, when they just get up and give up. I had a guy who was heckling my friend the whole show. This is like 10 years ago. Then I get on. I said one thing to him. And he's like, fuck this. And he walks upstairs and he goes outside. And right when you go outside, it's a balcony. So like 2 feet from the door is just a railing. And the dude just hits that, goes off, and his head just fucking breaks apart on the concrete. But no one was outside, so no one saw it for a while. So like when the show ended, they had to call an ambulance. And it was like, well, they'll teach him.
Jesus.
But I've seen like down the south
in his wheelchair for life.
Yeah, good. But down south 15, 14 years ago, when I would go down there, you would have big like roadhouse wannabe bouncers with cowboy hats that would seriously kick the shit out of people outside if it got too out of hand.
I think when the audience knows there's a price to pay and there's consequences, you're going to be, even when a guy in a suit just walks over, the move where they just walk over and they don't say shit, but they're just like, just stand. And then they look, those people know. They're like, listen, I'm going to be out of here. And you wasted money and you got to buy 2 drinks. That's what I never understood. You're talking about probably a $75 night per person, right?
Yeah. If you bought a ticket.
If you bought a ticket.
Yeah, or it's just the free night to act like a savage to the guy on stage.
Well, that's why a lot of the free shows are shit shows.
Exactly.
If somebody didn't pay,
there's no investment.
They're like, fuck it, dude. I'm going to get hammered and I'm going to say whatever.
Well, like bar shows, there wouldn't be that many like heckler. I feel like at clubs, there's like way more. At bar shows, it would just be like girls. It's always like girls. It's always like a drunk white chick that's just like, go
40s.
do your act, go ahead, I like you, and that's the fucking worst. I rarely have ever run into like guys being assholes. It's always
dude, it's white women. It's
chicks.
White women who are drunk is probably, I would say, 95% of it.
Yeah.
Because they hear something and they get triggered. I was doing a joke at the Cellar, man, and I did a joke about a WNBA, and I couldn't. And the woman just like, I'm talking about it in my new hour. She went from like liking me and smiling to like arms crossed.
Was it Joanna
and
Man?
just going like this. And just like
Cheryl
fucking
Swoops
looking at
in the crowd.
It was fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah. Well, the Cellar is great security. They just have intimidating black men for their security. Just like 5 of them.
They just put their dick on your shoulder.
Yeah. It's like time to leave.
Yeah, you're gonna need to quiet down.
Yeah.
They're standing back there. They just feel a little.
You just look over, he's just rubbing his cock.
Did you guys ever play LOL in the city? That place
it was a nightmare.
Holy fuck. They had no security.
That's why I called you Einon Fidance when I introduced you.
Oh, yeah. I had like worked there 2 years and the manager still didn't know how to say my name. And he was like this flamboyant man that used to wear a feather or like a leather boa or feather boa, like a pink one. And he'd walk around. His name was Roy. And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LOL Comedy Club. Please give a warm round of applause for your host MC for the evening, Einon Fidance. And I was like, Roy, you know my fucking name, asshole, and you owe me money.
He just liked the dance part, though.
Yeah. Fidance.
That was for him. Yeah, that was for him.
My friend
Dude, there were so
Siegfried
many
is gone.
fucking. Chris Cotton got a chair thrown at him. He moved out of the way and it broke Dave Temple's nose.
Seriously?
In the crowd. Yeah. Yeah, just insane. There were fights there all the time.
Chair?
The one guy, fucking Roy, owed me money, and he was fighting with an audience member because they ripped him off. And when I went to break it up, I like forearm shivered Roy. And he was like, "Thank you for taking up for me." I was like, "No, that one was for me. I elbowed you because you're."
The only time I ever entered that place was my friend's 14-year-old daughter that was in town with him snuck out and with her boyfriend, and she was in LOL getting served.
And got lied to, and they were like, Tina Fey is going to do an hour, and 50 Cent is also going to give
Everything has
okay. Yeah.
Everything has a celebrity on it.
We're talking about when LOL opened, and it was just the lie. Dude, Mike Lawrence is on the. So first, it's never good to take an elevator to a gig.
No.
is if you have to get in an elevator.
And also, you had to pass a haunted house.
Yes.
On the 3rd floor was a haunted house, a year-round haunted house. And sometimes you'd be in the elevator with audience members and a boy dressed up like a werewolf.
Last time I was in that building, I was 18, 19 years old.
And it
for
was Show World.
It was a 25-cent peep show.
Yes!
And I was literally like, I took the train, I was like 18, I go, 25 cents, like, what's a peep show? And it just was this dark, and this like thing came up. And like,
dude.
it was, like,
and some
flash,
chick
and it
with
comes down. It was-
flapjack tits and a fucking, you
Way
know,
better comics than.
And
My buddy is a sizable gentleman. He's a bear. He's adorable.
Bigger than
But
you?
Yeah, I would say he's got a few on me. And he's tall. He was at my wedding.
Oh.
Oh, no, he wasn't at my bachelor party. Fuck, so you wouldn't do He's a big
I was
dude.
thinking of the other gross
And,
fat guys at the
thank-
bachelor party.
Thank you. And he got a job at that haunted house. That was by LOL. And then one day they come and get him. And they're like, Stuart, we need you to work security for Show World. And because he was the security guard for the haunted house. And he goes down to Show World, which was like the one last porn store in that area. And African-American gentleman, well-dressed, just sets up shop in one of the aisles and is selling crack
what?
with a line. So he goes and gets the manager,
Shut up.
and he goes and gets the manager,
You don't have to describe the gentleman.
and he goes,
Boom shakalaka!
he goes, yeah, that's what you're doing security for.
Wow.
And he goes, what? He
What?
goes, you watch the line and make sure nobody gets out of line
Holy
because that guy gives us
crap.
a rental fee. That guy gives us that guy gives us a rental fee every night.
So it was clockers?
Yeah, it was. He literally, and then the
What?
security guy came over to my first room. He's like, what kind of piece you got on you? And he's like, what? He's like, you don't have a fucking gun?
Wow. What?
That's fucking nuts. Yeah, we got a crack dealer upstairs.
Yeah, he was like on the clock.
Well, sure, he's working for him. He's clocking. That's
He's got a crack dealer upstairs, and at 8:20, Louis J. Gomez.
So the haunted house is like, how fucked up would that be? If
It's
somebody
all
got
one
off on the
building.
wrong floor and you're in the middle, you see Frankenstein's coming out.
You're just high on crack. The next floor is fucking. Next floor is an NA meeting.
Dude, the fights. I remember Mike
I used
Lawrence.
to go to this a block away. I would go to the NAAA meeting, and I walk over and go to LOL.
Just to remind you why you're going.
Yeah.
Mike Lawrence was on the
you just see
elevator.
two different bottoms.
Yeah. You're just passing your rock bottom.
Mike Lawrence was closing a show at LOL, and he's on the elevator with like 3 British dudes, and they show Mike the ticket, and they're like, "Excuse me, sir, is Jim Carrey really here tonight?" And Mike goes, "No, but I am." No, but I am.
That's amazing.
Yeah. She knows the guy was outside. Like, will Jim Carrey be there? Yeah, he inside.
How is it legal how these people lied? I remember being at Dangerfields once and a woman came out and she goes, yeah, I was told like Chris Rock is Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And like I feel like shit. I'm just holding a water like I'm
Yeah.
next. And the guy was like, I don't know, people pop. It's like that's like brutal. Like that's
Dude,
stealing.
They would lie all the, and I caught a guy on the street lying, and I was like, "Hey, man, that really fucks us." He goes, "I got to make my money." I'm like, "Yeah, so do I."
Yeah.
And if they
Yes.
show
Yes.
up and leave, I don't get paid. And I was like, "That's like you do you sell rap mixtapes?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That's like you lying about a mixtape and then selling him a blank CD." He's like, "I've done it."
I love how you assumed he did that.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, do you also
Yeah.
sell shit? Yeah, I do. I do
Yeah.
that too.
That's what they do,
nailed
though,
him.
is because somebody's been in that club before and their picture's on the wall. They're like, anything could happen. And
Right.
it's like, wasn't that taken in 84?
Dude,
Yeah, LOL. The only picture that was on the wall was like Jimmy Martinez. That was like it.
that's a mugshot.
No, not Jimmy Martinez. Who's the who's the guy? He won like Club Comic of the Year like 10 years in a row in like the 80s. Fuck. I forget his name.
What was he on besides that?
no.
Probably Coke.
No.
Well, yes.
Richard
fuck.
Jenny, no.
No, Spanish guy.
John
he was like a
Fox.
New York guy. Fuck.
Oh, JJ Ramirez?
Yes!
All right.
All right, I got the wrong Spanish name. Anyway, Eddie Van Halen's dead at 65.
Rest his soul.
Eddie Van Halen. It just sucks.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Dude, he was so good.
the best.
I just
65.
don't care about people being good at guitar.
Why?
What?
I rather watch somebody know 3 chords and something I want to hum. I just don't. I hate
You're
watching
not,
people
you're not
noodle
impressed
around.
by that?
I hate watching people noodle around.
The fucking one instrument that can make that many sounds is insane to me.
But I understand. Listen. I understand what Zach is saying in the sense of like, I've said to people, I think the Beatles are overrated, and I
agree.
just don't get it. And people were like, "What? They fucking changed the game." And I'm going, it doesn't move me though. Like I'd rather listen to, like honestly, if I'd rather listen to the Foo Fighters, like I'd rather go to a
What?
Foo Fighters concert than fucking
What?
than listen to fucking Yellow Submarine or Yesterday all the time. Well, Yesterday's a good one.
Shannon, put up the gay porn. Make them suffer.
I'd like to just say they're both terrible.
No,
I get.
But
what
listen,
not
no,
like
I
Van
would
Halen.
I would rather go to a Foo Fighters concert for the fun of it than just to sit around and listen to.
Well, here's the deal:
a record.
if the
Help
Beatles
is shit.
the Beatles came here in the '60s and took over the British invasion, I get all that, and I get that they have probably 5 or 6 songs which are completely legendary. But to like, it is like to people that you say that to when you're like it's overrated, dude. They're like, what are you? They're Jordan. They're fucking, and I'm going like,
yeah, but that generation's dying out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
That's
you
like
are right.
older
I
people.
felt the same way for a long time. And whenever I would say this in like middle school, people would be like, "How the fuck did you say that?" I'm like, "They're just not good. I don't like them."
Yes.
And it's like I respect what they did for
Yes.
music. You can respect what they did and not enjoy what they do.
and I'll hum some of their shit if it's on, or like if I'm not gonna just completely shit. But I'm like, I would rather. Well, you don't like the Foo Fighters?
I liked their first album, but no.
Wow.
I love
Dave
David
Grohl's
Grohl,
on record
though.
of saying like
Yeah.
if he knew how big they would have gotten, he would have definitely used a different band name.
Exactly.
That's not what he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at the first video. Is that Mentos parody?
Oh,
he
that
was
was
not
great.
taking it seriously. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I think the one thing that's cool about the Beatles in that era of music is that Hendrix was around for 2 years, and he would play in England, and in the back of the room was the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Zeppelin, and they were all just watching him in awe. And when Sgt. Pepper's came out, the next day, the next day, they all saw him in a club, and he played Sgt. Pepper's, and he like made it his own way. And then, like, do that to have John Lennon in the back watching you do that and be like, "This is great." That's just like a mind fuck.
Yeah. Well, he did the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, he made that cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's incredible what
He was
did.
only around for 2 years.
It's so
That's
sad.
insane.
And all they had to do was turn him over and he'd
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
alive. That's it.
Him and Farley.
Yeah. Well, Farley, yeah. Well, if the hooker stayed.
Yes, and didn't steal his watch.
Yeah. He said, "Please don't leave." And
Have you ever read that book?
it's
Wait, turn,
very
who's the
Farley
first-
show?
turn who over? What the?
What happened was he was on barbiturates and he vomited and he was face up. That's how Hendrix died. So he choked on his own puke.
What happened to Elvis? Was he was
On the toilet.
Well, he
had a heart attack though, or was
Yeah,
did
from
he- did
so
he-
many pills.
It was his basically his liver was powder at that point. Then, yeah, it had become Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis, fucking huge drug addict, and
Jim
child
Morrison too, right?
fucker.
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison
OD'd.
died in a bathtub.
Bathtub, yeah.
Jimi Hendrix died on his back. Elvis died on the toilet, and Jim Morrison died in a bathtub.
Bathtub.
A lot of bathroom deaths. From
Where was
these-
Janice Joplin? She was the same age.
She was in a bathroom. Everybody's in a bathroom.
A fitting room, a dress barn.
Everyone's in a fucking bathroom.
everybody. I don't know where she died. She was good though, but she was in that same age where what was it, 27? I think
Yeah.
they all died. Yeah.
Dude, it's great. They all died at 27, and then fucking Tupac and Biggie died at 24 and 25.
Yeah, whenever you look at what they did, especially Tupac, as far as
Yes.
what he put out, it
Yeah.
is insane that he was a child when he died.
Yeah.
It is. I can't even believe Biggie was 24.
Yeah.
What's odd is how much
That's
they.
fucking nuts.
Dude, he was 24. Think about that. Like
24.
That means 3 years earlier he was a senior in high school,
Yeah.
right?
No.
No. Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
he-
Well, maybe.
He dropped. He dropped out to sell crack.
he dropped. Yeah. That's how bad I am in math. I'm like 24, so like a year before. The
Yeah,
kid was in
yeah,
8th grade. But still, though, think about that. The guy was like just legal to drink a few years before he put out Ready to Die. I mean, it's like.
What's crazy too is when you look at Jim Morrison and a lot of these guys, they like aged in this short amount of time. Like by the time Jim Morrison died at 27, he's like fat.
Kurt
fucking-
Cobain always looked old.
Yes, he did. And he
heroin.
never looked happy.
Yeah.
Never.
But he died 27.
Yep.
It's just fuck.
When
He
his
was
wife
murdered.
shot him in the face.
He was fucking murdered.
I know. Everybody's like, Epstein didn't commit suicide. I'm like, either did Kurt Cobain.
No.
Let's go find the real killer.
Yeah.
Courtney.
They've already talked. They have El Duce on tape
saying that Courtney did it.
saying that Courtney offered him $25,000 to do it. The singer of the Mentors. They were like,
Yeah, didn't he
shock
get
rock
like
band.
hit by a fucking?
He straight up says it on tape by accident, and then like 3 days later,
He was, like, dead.
He was dead because he fell asleep on train tracks.
Yeah.
You know,
and
like
he was
no
like,
one
I
does.
saw
He was
him
tied
say
up
it. He
by a
goes,
man
dude,
with
she
a
offered me
twisty
$50K
mustache.
to kill, whack. And he said it like, you know, and then they said like the way that where the shell was.
Right.
There was but
Couldn't
I'm
have
one of those.
landed.
I'm one of those guys that any conspiracy doc comes out, I fucking believe it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's on Netflix. It's fucking real.
Yeah, dude. The Earth is flat. Yeah, there's a chip in the vaccine.
There's
Yeah.
yeah, soaked in bleach though. I did watch, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. This
Yeah.
is what happened.
Totally.
Trump has COVID. People are like, he doesn't have COVID. I'm like, I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think he has it as well. I did.
I think he's talked a lot of shit that would. I think it hurts him more,
Dude, for
the
him
other
to
way.
be like, it's not that bad. I felt better than I ever have in 20 years.
Because you
It's
got
like, yeah.
president medicine.
Yeah. You got president medicine and you got steroids injected in your eyeball. Of course you feel well.
What's weird is he lost like 15 pounds in like 48 hours. Like he came off like looking fucking dapper,
making it even more
a
appealing.
smaller
Yeah.
suit. I was like, what the fuck did they
Yeah,
give
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
But I think people like he doesn't have it. I know like one guy was like, I know for a fact I will never believe that he had it. And I'm going, he talked so much shit about like I think it's worse if he
Right.
like I think it's like it hurts him that he has it more, I think.
Yeah, and everyone's getting
gotcha.
infected.
What's that?
Everyone
Is that
getting
everyone in
infected.
the inner circle all got it?
Yeah.
If Chris Christie lives, though, I do think we have to look into this.
Well, that's the thing.
About
It's
the
like all these
severity.
motherfuckers are, you know, clearly beacons of health.
Yeah.
And if they survive, it's like, well, is it really that bad?
Right, like Trump eats McDonald's like he's fucking Scooby Doo. You know,
Yeah.
like he's just
It's so funny when bloggers will be like, I ate Donald Trump's diet for a week, and I feel like shit. You're
Yeah.
like, you really? He's up 20 hours a day.
right. Yes,
Fucking killing it.
yeah. So did that guy who almost died making that documentary.
Oh,
Oh,
supersize.
Yeah,
Me.
super size
Morgan.
Me.
Yeah, Spurlock.
Yeah, even when he had to have like the football teams into the White House, he's like, "What do professional athletes eat? Wendy's? Yeah, we'll get a bunch of Wendy's."
Oh, you got McDonald's for all of them.
yeah, McDonald's.
That was like
Just-
insane. All the like weird photo things that he's been a part of are just so surreal. Him in a room alone with a bunch of McDonald's and immaculate silverware, holding an upside down Bible, signing a blank piece of paper in 2 different places, and they metadata figured out that it was taken 10 minutes apart.
Which is hilarious because you can also see him in a commercial with Grimace 20 years ago. It's the only president who I think has
What a
that.
cute little white Kim Jong Un.
Yes. It is.
Well, I've talked about it on my show before. I don't know if I've talked about it on this.
Yeah, look at that.
So the deal
I
with
mean,
when you wanted to
Fucking
shoot.
Christ.
yeah, he's got Wendy's
That's
and
the- that-
McDonald's. We were
Does
both
he?
right.
He does have Wendy's?
That's a spread.
Holy shit. Wow, this is the first
Wait,
time
is that
Trump...
Chick-fil-A? Is it Chick-fil-A on the left or no?
Oh man,
If that's
I
Chick-fil-A,
think
that's
you're-
epic.
This
Well,
is the
that's
first
Wendy's
time.
on the
this is the
left.
first time Trump's ever been a fan of diversity.
Oh yeah. That's also the classiest room Wendy's has ever been in.
I know.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a second real quick to talk about our brand new sponsor. That's right, Ipvanish. Ipvanish is an incredibly important tool that will help you protect your privacy online. Listen, I don't know how you spend your time online, and I am not here to judge. What you do is your business, but I do know that you deserve your privacy. And if you don't want cyber criminals to steal your data or marketers to track what you're buying, you need Ipvanish. Guys, how many times have you been talking about something, you Googled something, and then you get ads for it for weeks and weeks and weeks? Well, Ipvanish is a VPN or virtual private network that creates a private connection from your computer, phone, or tablet to the internet, which protects your identity and encrypts your data. VPNs are great for protecting your data from hackers, especially when using public Wi-Fi that isn't secure. With Ipvanish, your real IP address disappears so you can't be tracked online and you get fast, unrestricted internet. But what really makes Ipvanish great is that it's the only virtual private network with 24/7 customer support. So bottom line, VPN is something everyone is going to be using soon enough. So check out Ipvanish to start protecting your data and privacy online. Plans start at just $3.25 per month by going to ipvanish.com/RAP. That's 75% off their regular price by just going to ipvanish.com/RAP. Start protecting yourself online today with Ipvanish. But so the deal when you wanted to shoot on Trump-owned property back when he was like just a celebrity, you had to write a scene into the movie where one of your main characters sees him and greets him
Home Alone 2.
and says Mr. Trump. They can't call him Donald, they have to be Mr. Trump. So there's like a ton of movies that they shot that and just they knew they were going to cut it. It was just like, oh, this is the price of shooting here, where he needs to be on the call sheet.
He's in Rambo
to be in makeup.
the jungle.
Yeah.
This comes up.
Hello, Mr. Trump.
Mr. Trump.
I think, is he in Scent of a Woman, or did they cut him out? 'Cause I know Pacino had to shoot a scene
with him
where he said, "Hello, Mr. Trump."
I don't know. I think they cut him out.
But he's been cut out of countless movies because it doesn't say it had to be in the movie. It just says they had to shoot it.
Oh, they need to re-release everything.
Dude, I'm thinking of all the movies.
Dude,
like
Jump
A Time
Cuts.
to Kill. A guy's just going in the courtroom. Excuse me, Mr. Trump.
Yeah. To Kill a Mockingbird.
Now imagine she's white. Hello, Mr. Trump.
James Bond.
Yeah.
He's just like he's in a casino. He just goes like this, Mr. Trump,
Yeah,
as
Mr.
they're
Trump.
playing cards.
There's got to be one.
Oh, that's fucking
American History X. You see this? This means not fucking welcome. Hello, Mr. Trump.
Except you, Mr. Trump.
He's in Rudy. Like as Rudy comes in, he sees him in the stands. Mr. Trump.
He puts down a jersey.
The first Stacy Keach role was just offered to him.
Dude, watching the color drain out of my wife's face when we watched Little Rascals. And
It's always
Trump
kids
is
movies. Yeah.
he's the rich kid's dad.
What?
And he's like, "You're the best son money could buy."
I have a 5-year-old, so that's why we've watched that. We've watched Home Alone 2, and the more I watch him, I'm like, he's in a ton of kids' movies where he just shows up.
Because I think he was just like, but he was like almost like a goofy celebrity.
Well, he was. I mean,
He's somebody that would show up on like Laughing.
He was the rich. He was like the rich corporate guy that it was almost a joke.
Yeah.
Like he was like a prop almost.
Oh, yeah.
He was like a real Mr. Burns.
John Mulaney put it the best, where he said he is a hobo's idea of what wealth is. He's like, my name will be on the top of every building.
Oh, that's such a
Yeah,
great
And
bit.
I'll have great golden hair.
Yeah.
And that's what he was. He was
Yeah.
this ridiculous version of a billionaire and a builder.
Mr. Burns is a good
Yeah, it
good.
is.
That's kind of what he was, yeah. But dude, I'm just thinking of Trump in all these movies now. I'm gonna be thinking about like every fucking
They have to
platoon.
make Trump edition.
It's a platoon. The guy's screaming for the chopper. Mr. Trump.
Forrest Gump, he's at Jenny's grave. Oh, hey, Mr. Trump. He's just
Goodfellas.
pissing on
Should have
us.
used a bag.
When I fucked her, I used a bag. Enjoy your son, that's mine.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
I was listening to
Schindler's
a
List.
pro sex work.
12 Years a Slave.
Glory, he's just hitting Denzel. Would you like to take the whip, Mr. Trump?
Your name's Toby.
Philadelphia when he collapses.
Oh fuck, man.
He's on fire!
Yeah, we really should put him in everything now.
Dude, I'm just gonna be driving home after
I
this
wish we
podcast
could-
thinking of every
I
fucking
wish we could
movie.
find all those cut scenes. And
I have
somebody
a
just.
list of the movies
Oh, you're the
and,
best.
and the cameos. And then Dylan has
Uncle
the scenes.
Drew.
What?
Uncle Drew.
I don't know, Uncle Joe.
It is a
was in
black old
Zoolander?
man basketball movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's the
right.
one that Kyrie Irving, the one that he dresses up. I didn't know that
He
was
is in Zoolander, though. They didn't cut that out, or at least the version I saw. Because I
Yeah,
think
these might be just the ones that made it.
Yeah, because he was in Wall Street. Money Never Sleeps. Of course, he's in it.
Wait, that was filmed in 2019. That came out in 20. Wait,
What movie?
it says Wall Street. Money Never.
No,
oh,
2010.
2010. 2010.
Yeah.
All right.
He was in 54?
Yeah, he's doing Blow.
The Queen's Corgi.
He's getting
That came out in 2019.
He's getting ass rammed by Mike Myers.
I was just thinking, dude, if he was in Nightmare on Elm Street, like
He's in the dream.
Freddy's like Mr. Trump.
That's the funny thing is that you have to call him. It's like you have to stop the flow of your movie.
Yeah, just to have this guy in it. Oh, wow.
Of course he was in Central
Eddie.
Park 5.
He was in every movie where Whoopi Goldberg became a businesswoman.
He's in a shitload of stuff. We're looking at 22.
He's in a movie about how much they
Dude,
hate
wait,
him.
he's in a movie in 2019. That
Is he
means
in
as
Mark
a president,
Maron's special?
he was filmed.
Yeah, 2018 was the basketball movie.
So
Those might be
As a
shot before,
president-
or maybe it's news footage of him.
Oh,
That's probably what it is.
Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah. Good call.
Because they have to get credited that way.
Christmas bunny.
Yeah, I would assume these are all
This
footage.
Jim Jeffries has got to be footage.
can you please find Trump in The Christmas Bunny?
Trump? What's the deal? It's a Seinfeld special.
Oh, it's so fucking great.
Wow, he's been in a lot of. Yeah, it's got to be news footage.
I
You're
think he
right.
likes attention.
I don't know about that. He seems like a private guy.
I was listening to a pro sex work podcast, and they were going over Stormy Daniels' account of being with him, and they were like trying to frame it in an anti-Trump way about how she spanked him with his own magazine, and he lied and said he was thinking about getting her on The Apprentice, and then how the sex was bad for her. And I'm like, who fucking cares, lady?
Also, we know the sex was bad for you.
The thing they go, he asked her out for dinner, and then the fucking prostitute host that goes, and then he never even fed her. Like she's a fucking hamster. Like, here, whore, have
Yeah.
some pellets.
Yeah, I was gonna fuck her. I wasn't gonna buy her lobster. He's just feeding her like
Plus,
a
she's
bird.
a porn star. That's
Throws
like,
her a head of lettuce.
like
Yeah.
that's if you fuck
Tossing
her and give her
Reese's
food,
at her.
that's just craft services.
Yeah, everybody knows he fucked her. No one cares. And
But
then
that was like
she
the big
lost.
reveal. She's like, and he was a selfish lover. Yeah, no shit, lady.
Oh, really? Does he strike you
Yeah,
as a
he
guy?
doesn't strike me as a guy that would just really enjoy eating pussy.
No, he's not going to be like, I just want to make sure you come.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Are
me.
your needs met?
It's not about me tonight.
Yeah, he doesn't cuddle after, I don't think. I couldn't see him
No.
just stroking her hair. Was that good for you?
Even his own wife, he probably just throws money at and walks out of the room.
He takes out a translation book. Dosh na fish.
So the funniest picture was just her with a shovel, and it just said, I dig grave for husband. I don't care what side you're on. That's good comedy.
I don't care who you are, man. That's funny right
That's
there.
funny right there. My catchphrase.
That's funny right
Listen,
there.
I've been watching a ton of Larry the Cable Guy, only in America. This is like my favorite show right now.
Is it? What do you watch it on?
It's on Prime.
Okay.
I
Wait,
watched
it's like
some of
it's
his-
on now? Like it's...
It's from a few years ago. It was on the History Channel, but it's just Larry the Cable Guy getting into some real maggish, just real
Oh, I
fucking.
remember that show.
It's some real
Yeah.
fucking like. We're gonna go to the most armed man in America because we're in the best country in the world, and you can do stuff like this. And it'll just be some guy pulling up on like a golf cart that looks like a dragon. And he's like, we're gonna shoot paint cans off a tank today.
He'll go to the Funny Bone in Omaha because he lives there, and then he just pulls up. He gets out of his car. You know, it's a fucking whatever, $100,000 car. Gets out, and it's just like normal guy, tucked in shirt, doesn't look anything like Larry. Just, I mean, he found a niche and was fucking. I say hats off to him.
Oh, I mean, this is like, there's one episode about the history of sharpshooters in America based on how the original sharpshooters were squirrel hunters. For the Revolutionary War, they just went and got all the squirrel hunters to kill British people. And it's like, so we're going to go on a squirrel hunt today. And it's just like
And
three
he's doing
guys.
it in that accent.
We're gonna go
Yeah,
on a
he's
He's
squirrel
Larry the
hunt.
Cable Guy.
He's
When he's
full.
Squirrel
He's in
hunt
full.
today.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you shoot people with bad teeth.
Yeah. Go squirrel hunting.
Yeah,
Black
but
ladies.
it's got to have
Oh,
like the sentimental
Black
moments.
squirrel.
Yeah, get it.
Is it terrible or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love it. I unironically love it.
Yeah.
But there'll be like sentimental thing, like they go like mudding, and the guy's got pictures of like his 3 dead kids on the side of the truck, and Larry the Cable Guy like prays with him.
Oh, you love good crap. Like you
Yeah.
turned me on to the Brett Michaels show the last time I was on.
Fuck yeah.
It's
Oh, Rock of Love?
It's so good.
The best.
It is so
Dude, bad shit, like shit that's just like, let's be honest. Cobra Kai, the acting's terrible. The story, it's the greatest
It's
thing.
so
It's the
entertaining.
greatest thing because it's like nostalgic. It brings you back to like the '80s, the music, but it's so corny. Like him and Johnny, Daniel and Johnny, like have drinks And like you think, oh, they bury the hatchet, and then like the next scene, their kids are together. It's like, you want to finish this? It's like you guys just drank all afternoon together. Like you don't need another season.
Let's bury the hatchet. Things are fine. Hello, Mr. Trump. Hello, Mr. Things are really great.
Oh, that's a good one. Karate Kid,
have to
like
do
Mr.
that.
Miyagi comes out, he does this, and then like Trump just pokes in the wrong room. He's like, hey, Mr. Trump,
He's doing the crane kick.
it's a
Hello.
bad time.
Trump's on 90 Day Fiance. Yeah.
Oh, dude, if you want to watch crap, I mean, like, heartwarming crap, Netflix.
Okay.
Jeff Foxworthy's American Bible Challenge.
I am in all the way.
It
Balls
is
deep.
3 teams of 3 competing in Bible trivia.
Oh my God.
Well, he's so huge in that community,
And
too.
he's the host. And then after the first season, they have, like, a gospel guy who's like the music director.
chopped off your little boy's penis, you might be a story in the Bible.
Yeah.
And it's all, like, the churchiest of churchies.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, the second season, they have rabbis on. And they literally lose. And the answer
Well, they haven't
missed-
read the second half.
That was they'll joke the whole episode. They're like, we're trying to study. We're halfway there.
Yeah. It is
they
less
lose
ridiculous, to be honest.
because they didn't know the answer to a question was a penny.
Really?
And it made me. I was like, they had to set that up.
What was the channel it's on?
I don't remember. Maybe like country music. It's on Netflix.
Can you imagine the writers are like, how can we get a Jew to not know something about money?
The question they get is literally like, which one of these denominations is mentioned in the Bible? And it was a penny.
Shekel.
Really? Yeah.
That, by the way, exactly what the guy said as a joke.
Ah,
Us
amazing.
guessing how stupid the show is exactly what's on the TV.
Oh my God, I gotta
And then they have like physical channels, so they play like beer pong kind of games and shit, but like not with beer, but like, you know, get the ball in the
holy
thing.
water.
Blood.
Yeah. Christ blood.
Blood of a chicken.
Oh, dude, it's like watching nuns play like flip cup. It's
Wow.
the best. Can you guys see if there's any clips of American Bible Challenge on YouTube?
How do the nuns shoot the ping pong balls?
Out of their tight, never fucked pussies.
Oh, they like this.
In
They
the name of the
you can
Lord.
barely get them in without them popping out.
In the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus.
My wrestling coach used to tell us that when he was our age, there was 2 strippers in town, and it was Snappy Brenda and Hot Dog Sally.
What?
Snappy Brenda did the ping pong balls, and Hot Dog Sally used to shoot hot dogs across the room into guys' mouths.
Shut up.
Oh,
What?
God.
What world are you living in?
Wait,
How is that possible?
Apparently Vietnam.
Yeah.
I believe that was Secaucus, New Jersey.
how can you get the force to get
Yeah,
the
how
fucking
can-
hot dog out?
Across, and who's catching a hot dog in their mouth?
I mean,
don't know, it's
wait,
the- it's
how
the
far?
80s.
I mean, that must have been quite a kegel.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well, Snappy Brenda was called Snappy Brenda because if there wasn't a ping pong ball in there, she could snap her pussy lips.
What?
Oh,
Is this the truth or are these little wives'
She
tales?
could beat anyone in a thumb war.
I have a clip of the Rockin'
Of the woman
Rabbis.
with the hot dog?
Oh, I think that's
show.
exactly what I watched.
I just can't imagine wanting.
To the competition.
Watch out.
Oh. And they catch the hot dogs in their mouth.
From the great state of New York, a warm welcome for Team Rockin' Rabbis, Jeffrey, Philip, and Eve.
I'm Rabbi Jeffrey Abraham. I'm a rabbi in Nyack, New York, and I'm a contestant on the American Bible Challenge.
I will not wear a
In
mask.
general, in religion today, there's a lot of unaffiliation. People aren't as interested in religion, so you have to create programming that makes them say, I want to come to your event at your synagogue.
Oh, is this like a
become
thing
part of the
about them
whole
being on the
culture of
show?
the synagogue.
And
My
it might
participation
be-
in the
Yeah,
game
this is,
show really helps to show that.
Yeah, this is like a
I'm here
news
to-
story about them being on the show.
That fucking Family
What?
Feud set is getting a lot of work, isn't it?
Dude, it's so fun. It's my wife has banned the show from the house when she's
Who the
away.
fuck is doing warm up on that show?
Oh. Yeah, who's opening
You know,
for Foxworthy?
like who is warming up that crowd?
You gotta be fucking so.
Gallagher.
Could you imagine that?
You'd have to be clean beyond anything.
I would pay every penny in my savings to see Gino warm up that crowd.
Oh, I would. He's
This is the show to a
a guy making racist
Dude, no,
uncomfortable.
Aaron Berg doing crowd work at that show would be.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I would pay a lot of money to see that.
Yes.
Yeah, what are you two queer? He's like, we're Christians. Sir.
What do you guys do? We're
just
also
friends.
Christians.
Yeah, we're. We're rabbis.
Yeah, we got any Muslims in the crowd? No.
They're not even allowed in here. Are you
You ever have
kidding me?
Berg? You ever have Berg bring you on stage?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's she takes cock in the face. This next guy's absolutely hilarious. You're like, dude, you're bringing me up.
He
He literally said that one time. She likes black cock or sprayed all over her face. He goes, anyway, this next guy coming to the stage. Like, Aaron, could you fucking give me something?
Taking bullet with him is it's so hard to do.
He just goes to every table.
Yeah.
And we did a fucking gig. We did a gig in upstate New York at a wedding hall. And Brendan Sagalow opened. Okay, and he goes, dude, I'm going to do all crowd work, so you could go and, and I went, I did like a half hour.
Yeah.
And I had an amazing time. It was great. And he goes, dude, what the fuck? And he goes, all right, well, watch this. And he went, I'm not kidding you, this fucking guy took the microphone, went to each table, and this was giant, it was hundreds of people. Then he gets off stage and he walked to every table. And as I was leaving, because I said I'm only going to watch 20 minutes of your set, I got to leave. I just see him from my car as I'm pulling out of the gig. He's just roasting each member of every table. This Indian guy, he's the fucking, this guy, and dude, and he's just fucking murdering.
Demolishing.
He just would take a guy, say the nastiest shit about him, but clever, and just everybody. And he walked around the entire fucking wedding hall like that. And it
Dude,
was just
it's an art. He's like an old school, like vaudevillian dirty Jew, and it's amazing. It's like incredible, and he's the nicest guy. He'll say the most filthiest shit in the world, and he's the nicest fella.
It's the Rickles thing, and he tends to get away with it for the most part.
Yeah,
I mean, every
it's
now
amazing.
and then you get like one person who gets pissy, or I'll hear him talking like after the show. I'll hear a woman walk out of the bathroom like, well, that was just too much with that. But for the most part, they love him. Like, he's just able to pull it off because I think he punches himself so hard.
Right.
By the time he goes to you're
but
just
it's
like,
so
on
hard
board.
to follow to just do straight jokes.
I love how guys like that
It's amazing.
are so like afterwards, like, you want to get the families together? How's your family?
It's like a Gilbert Gottfried in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. You can't. How do you follow that?
Yeah.
What's the worst introduction you've ever got to be brought up on stage with?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh God.
I was doing a safe space comedy show where before the show an announcement was made. All these comics are inclusive, and if anything is said that is triggering, please let us know. We will address it in the moment. This is to make you feel safe, and we're so happy you're here. And the host was black and was like, I always like to look at the bright side. Kobe Bryant dying is so sad, but at least when he died, he took out 8 white people. This next comic is white, and he's here now. Give it up for Ian Fidance. Wow. And I went out and just shit all over everything. And I was just like, oh, thank God it's safe to kill Whitey. I'm black and powerful. And everyone fucking loved it. It was fucking what? Because everyone knew it was like bullshit.
I had somebody go, I was doing a big audition too, and he goes, this next guy, I don't know too much about him. He just looks really Italian. And then from there does one of his bits. But like not even about being Italian. He just was like, I guess he like was thinking. So he said that, and then there's a bit. Anyway, and then he just said my name, and I came out, and like it was just like, what the fuck was that, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's like, what, you know what I mean? No credits. It was brutal.
Well, I came up in black rooms, and nobody could pronounce my name. So they'd be like, this next comic, man.
I get Dave Landau.
Give it for Mr. Ian. That's like Mr. Ian.
It's like we're in the South.
Yeah, this next comic, you got glasses. I don't know.
I did hear this one comic told me that he got brought up in a black room because I came up in the black circuits too, coming up in New York.
I did in Detroit.
And one guy, he just goes, man, he said to me, he goes, dude, the host just goes, man, I don't know. He's either funny or he isn't, man. You guys be the judge. All right? This next motherfucker, and just like, dude, you're just going up there like a sacrificial, like, you're like, I'm either going to die here.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've honestly had a dozen variations of this, but this one specifically was between my feature and me after he had killed and gotten the room set. The guy comes up and he's like, I know a lot of people have been asking about the baby on my shirt. That's my son. He died of SIDS. What we do is we pass around a cup at the end. If you want to put money in there, we will donate all that money to Sid's charity because he died in his sleep at 6 months. Okay, coming up right now is your headliner.
What?
You may have seen him on Last Comics. And I'm just in the back of the room like, what? And this has happened to me at a ton of different places. It's not like a standalone incident.
SIDS? Every
SIDS.
time?
I've lost every baby except one.
Dude.
I think my wife's
Ironically
killing
named
him.
Sid.
Yeah, I named every one of them Sid. I started naming them Bernie now.
My two. I have one.
That's brutal.
I was
Dude, it's
upstairs at
fucking
Webster
horrible.
Hall, and the stage was maybe like 3 inches off the floor. And to get to the bar, you had to walk directly in front of the stage. And as they brought me up, they went, so we got a comedian coming up to the stage real quick. But before he comes on, guys, in the next 5 minutes, $2 shots. Ladies and gentlemen, Zac Amico.
Oh, my God.
I've had that. Yeah,
And just
that's the
everyone
worst.
gets up and walks over. But my worst, I was going in between bands at like a goth club night. Shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have done it. It's like 1 a.m. maybe. And the booker comes again. She goes, hey, I'm going to put you on next as this band finishes. Like, okay. I follow her up. She gets on the mic. She goes, all right, guys, so we have more show, but before our next act, I want all the birthday girls to come on stage. Any girl whose birthday it is this month. And they have a spanking competition where each girl gets spanked the number of times it's going to be the year of her birthday. And then she goes, all right, guys, do you want to see more spanking or a comedian? And everyone goes, spanking! And she goes, ladies and gentlemen, Zac Amico.
Oh, dude, that's almost like...
I've had, yeah.
That's
Evil.
like it.
And then
brutal.
they hand me the like LL Cool J Mama Said Knock You Out microphone. So it's just
You're a
taking
50s
up
crooner.
my entire face.
Like you're about to introduce
was
Rocky.
this-
Yeah.
There
You're
was
Michael
this
Buffer.
overweight kid who I think is quit, or not quit. He stopped doing it, but he was.
I get in there sometimes.
But I was at the Greensboro Comedy Zone, and I'll just say it because I don't care. I know the owner. This was wrong, but what he did was he would have a girl go up and do a blowjob shot, and then this kid comes
Yes.
up on stage and they play that everybody's working for the weekend while he strips for her. So
What?
it's just him grinding up against her, just like in a G-string, while she's on stage, and the place is going fucking nuts because it's the South and they love it, and they love every minute of it. And I just walked up on stage. My friend Matt took a video because he filmed it and then filmed my face, and I've never looked that angry in my life. And I just went up on stage and I had to just bury him for 5 minutes. I was like,
Yeah.
have some fucking respect for yourself. You're a comic. You're
Yeah.
going to come up here. And even afterwards, I talked to him. I'm like, don't do that shit. And he goes, the owner makes me. And I go, well, then that's assault. And you should talk to somebody. I'm like, you should not be doing that. You should tell jokes, not selling blowjob shots by rubbing your fucking tits all over a
Jesus
bachelorette's face.
Christ.
Dude, the owner makes me is just like...
That's so
You just want to
sad.
give her money and go, please leave. Like,
Yeah.
I'll buy you an apartment.
That's.
There's a
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
By the way, my post spanking
I'll
set.
be your legal guardian, please.
My
Just
post
fucking-
spanking set went exactly how you think. Immediate boo. I mean, please die boos. And then I completely lose my mind. And I'm just like, you're not vampires. None of this is real. And then I went, and you will listen to everything I have to say because I have a microphone and my voice is amplified. And then they turn my microphone off. And I threw it and I walked off the stage and they chased me out to the subway.
Wow. Well, that goes in the book. That'll go in the book when you're done.
It's probably the worst intro imaginable.
Yeah, you want more spanking or a comedian.
Oh my god.
But she didn't need to say that last one. Like the last one, she could have just been like, all right, we have your name to say that.
don't really give them an option.
Yeah.
They'll never choose
And
you.
not only did she give an option, she gave an option which wasn't an option. She was bringing him up no matter what.
Yeah.
You guys want $100 bills that were handed out up front? Or anyway, Zac Amico is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that it's deliberately fucking you.
Yeah.
And then you have to go, oh, that's the worst, dude.
I got one. I was in a hood room, like a hookah lounge, and the host was speaking in Spanish, and everybody was loving it. And then he got into a dance competition with the security guard, and then he went back up on stage and was like, "All right, y'all. I know y'all want to see more, but we got this white boy coming up, but I'll be back. Don't worry." And then spoke in Spanish, and they all loved it. And he goes, "All right, give it up for he's got glasses. Give it up for Ian." And then I went up, and they fucking hated me and like they started yelling Trump at me and everything, and I was just like, no, I'm not. I don't like him.
Because he just told that in Spanish to do.
Yeah.
to
And
the
I
whole
just started
room.
like attacking them, and I got off early, and I was like, I just have to leave. And it was like his show. He was like, I'm back, and like started dancing again. It was fucking terrible. Good God.
I've had people yell their bill at me. That's the worst.
Oh.
Yell there what?
The bill. Like read the bill out loud to me.
Ugh.
Like $8 Heineken.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
just yell the bill. That was LOL.
Oh, check.
You're so scared. You're like, I'll pay it. I'll pay it.
Yeah, please stay. Yeah, I'm sure it was LOL.
I know. All right, you want to do one story and then get out of here?
Yeah.
All right. Here, we'll do. Do you want spanking or comedian? You guys choose. Netflix indicted for Cuties film. Orthodox Jews take to the streets in Brooklyn to protest closures. McDonald's adds new bakery items, and Oklahoma jail employees charged for playing Baby Shark for inmates for hours.
I want to go Baby Shark because I don't want to be anywhere near that cutie shit.
Correct.
I don't even want to be on film discussing it anymore.
Yeah.
We're not. We're talking about Baby Shark.
Yeah, I can't watch any more of that.
Yeah, can you bring up the stories?
I don't even know. I didn't even watch it. I don't even know.
I am raw.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't. No, I never.
The McDonald's
watched it.
bakery thing. So is that really that's a thing though? Like they're starting to come up with like.
It looks like they've got
croissants.
And by the way, this wasn't on the menu yesterday morning.
Apple fritter.
To be honest.
Zach's like, I didn't see a fucking blueberry muffin yesterday.
We're gonna bury you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Apple fritter, blueberry muffin, and cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
What?
I bet you, let's be honest, the cinnamon roll
gonna
is
be
probably
good.
going to be fucking delicious.
They're all
It
going
will
to be
be.
good.
Yeah.
They'll probably have like a nice dipping sauce.
Has a cinnamon roll ever not been fucking delicious when it's a
that-
little warm?
Is that what Cinnabon was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cinnamon rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closing time at the airport, they can be a little hard, but they're still pretty tasty.
That's the thing. If a cinnamon roll gets hard, that's when you when the
Based
frost,
on the apple pie, the fritter's going to be bomb.
Oh yeah.
the apple pie at McDonald's is actually up there with my probably top 3 favorite apple pies ever. It's a really nice.
It's a
hard
fine pie.
argument.
Dude, they got their ice
I'm
cream
with
too
you.
is a banger.
gun to your head.
Yeah.
Which pie you going? If you could only have one pie the rest of your fucking life, because I just got introduced to one that blew my dick off.
What?
It was a fucking fresh pecan pie.
Dude.
And dude, I'm gonna tell you something, dude. I fucking had a scoop of. I was like, can I put a scoop of vanilla with this?
Yes.
Like I did with the apple.
Yes.
And
you
Giannis goes. I was
Alamoted?
yeah. Giannis goes, yeah, dude. I bit this fucking thing, and I was like, I might go all in with pecan pies. Is no joke.
Incredible.
No fucking joke.
Incredible. Makes your tongue come.
I'm not a big like berries pie. Like I don't like cherries or blueberry. I like either apple, pumpkin, pecan. But what's your go-to if you had to?
I mean, I love pecan.
Yeah.
You can't beat pecan.
But it's seasonal.
Well, the Jordan of them all, I think the GOAT we'd have to say is apple, right?
Well,
All depends how it's
when
done. It's got to
right.
be warm with ice cream. Without,
Yeah.
I'm not
With a
doing
scoop
it.
of vanilla, it's
Yeah.
And those people that put a slice of cheese on it, fuck you.
Yeah.
What?
That's no
What?
good.
I never
That's the thing.
No,
It
it's
is-
not.
It is,
in
yeah.
Secaucus,
No,
but
no.
not here.
Are you serious?
That
It
is
is.
not it's not a tri-state area thing.
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
A slice of American cheese.
What
Yep.
kind of a slice of American cheese
It's
on
the
top
worst
of the apple?
cheese
full
to
of
put on
shit.
it.
Or is it cheddar? It's yellow cheese.
It's yellow.
It's a
I've
slice
never
of yellow
done. I've
cheese.
never done it.
What?
I've just seen
Shannon,
it.
pull it up.
It is true. It originated in England. That's
Of course.
where
Oh, that's why.
They don't know what the fuck they're
Land
eating
of
over there.
shit food.
cheddar or American.
They don't know what the fuck they're
Put
eating.
cucumber slices on it.
Look,
Just
that's a
ruin
sin.
everything.
That's
Oh,
so
yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
We need a palate cleanser.
What kind of cheese? Oh, yeah, it's cheddar.
That's fucking nah, dude. You just
That's
ruined.
gonna be in
You just
court.
ruined England for me forever. Like if I ever got heckled by a British guy, I'm like, "Fuck you! You put cheese
Put
on
cheese
apple
on
pie,
apple
you
pie.
piece
Yeah,
of shit."
you're
Yeah, I
not
do
alone.
a
Is that getting
subscription-
back in America? Because America is apple pie. And they're like, we need to fuck it up.
Yes.
I do a subscription box of like every month it's snacks from a different country. We
Nice.
did one that was like Scotland and the UK.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It would literally should just been called a box of shit I dare you to eat. Lamb and mint chips.
Scottish is also where hillbillies came from. That's true. So that's like, yeah, the food you're gonna get there is not
It
good.
fucking stunk.
Yeah, they live
Everything in it.
Yeah.
Everything in it was stupid.
You ate
open
up
the
in
box,
the
it
woods,
smells like your mask.
1800s. Yeah.
Just don't put cheese. Listen, I love cheese.
Oh,
You know what
thank
I mean?
God. I
I'm
thought it was
fucking
just
Sicilian
mine.
and Greek. I love
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah.
You don't put cheese on pie.
No, cheddar should go on anything except that.
Yeah.
Like that's just the wrong.
But there is a thing of like, you put honey on certain cheeses, it's amazing.
Yep.
You put sweet
Yeah,
stuff
hot honey on brie.
cheese. You know,
Yeah.
like you get like a tangy, like whatever cheese. You put like
Yeah, but you can't put a fucking
berry
Kraft
on it.
single
No, a Kraft
on a
single on a
fucking
fucking apple pie is just trash.
What kind
I mean, what are you, a fucking raccoon?
Just putting mac.
Fucking
That's the
disgusting.
fat. You gotta be a fat.
A raccoon would not even
know what
have
this
that
pie
shit.
is?
Yeah, a raccoon would be like,
A rat looks at it and it's like, nah, I got dignity here.
There's no
there's
thank
pizza
you pie
rat, but
rat.
there won't be cheese apple pie rat.
Yeah, there's just no thank you rat. Fuck
Would
that.
you? So you say apple?
I have the fattest answer, and I don't want to say it.
Oh,
out
come
loud.
on, man.
My wife does peanut butter pie with graham cracker crust.
Fuck.
It's like chocolate pudding, graham cracker crust.
That's like
Peanut butter
that's
and
like,
bananas.
That's like you take the bus
Dude,
home, your
that's
parents aren't home from work, and you just make your own snack.
No, it's super good.
It's latchkey
It'll
kid
give
food.
you a hangover.
Dude, I had something called like it was like cookie lasagna or like cake lasagna, and it was like lasagna layered, but it was just the whole crust was Oreo cookie on
my
the
God.
bottom, dude, and it just had everything incredible in the middle, and it was just nuts. No cheese. No fucking cheese.
You guys are my people.
What's yours, Dave?
Oh man, that's fucking awesome. By the way, I love
Hard to beat.
pecan,
That's so
but
tough.
it is very hard for me to not do like a chocolate mousse. But I don't know. I gotta say pecan. It's easy, but it's my favorite.
Pecan's really
Kitschy, but it's mine.
I feel like I got old because I used to like really sweet. Like I used to love like shoe fly pie from Amish country when I was a kid, and now I'm like, that is some sweet gross shit.
What's shoe? I don't even know what that is.
shoe fly pie? It's like molasses and sugar.
Oh,
It's super sweet.
yeah. No, I don't.
And now that I'm
had it.
older, I don't like shit like that anymore.
It's
Dump
funny.
fucking cheese
I
on
like
it.
more shit that I'm getting older. Like I would have never liked pecan pie. I would have been like, just give me apple, give me a warm slice of apple with vanilla. Now I'm like, I'll try. You know,
I've had to turn people onto it where they're like, I've never even had that. I'm like, well, you are right now. And then everybody who's ever had it is like, this is fucking
my
amazing.
dick falls off for molten lava.
Oh, I didn't know that was an
A
option.
scoop of
yeah.
vanilla, you know, with a little mint on top. It's my fucking nips hard.
I don't know how you're not fatter. You work hard.
I have really good
It's because he
metabolism.
bikes
When I
everywhere.
Yeah.
He's fucking
ride
an
a
animal.
bicycle.
yeah, dude. If you lived like up in the country, you'd be a fucking
I'd be
moose.
fucked. I binge eat so bad at night, and I gotta ride a bike, or else I'm gonna fucking gain weight. And so I
The
just
comedian
ride everywhere.
diet is just the
Shit.
comedian diet when you and on the road. It's just so hard to like. You
Oh,
get back
dude.
to your hotel at like 1 a.m. after the show's on Saturday. What are you eating? I go down and I find out what's in the lobby, and I'm like, I'm not eating a hot pocket and shit.
Yeah, I go to fucking
Yeah.
7-Eleven or whatever. My go-to is like gummy bears. I'm just like pouring them into my mouth.
Yeah,
And
you
when
just-
when I'm here, I try to eat healthy and I try to eat all right. And then I go on the road, I eat like shit, and I can't adjust to coming back because I'm like food hungover. And then the second I start to like get back in a rhythm, I'm out again. And I start eating like shit. I know comics that bring their own like juicer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the nice
like,
thing is you could
cooler
running from
of
looters.
sandwiches.
Running from looters will make you lose weight.
Yeah.
You turn the wrong corner.
That's
and
what I do. I yell the N word and then I hop on my bike.
Yeah.
And it really makes me just
I live in Harlem, so I just put on a sandwich board.
yeah.
Go from there.
Dude, the funniest part of that Bruce Willis, you know, I hate ends.
Yeah.
When they edit it for TV, it says I hate everyone. And it's so funny to imagine a bunch of teenagers be like, hey man, hate's not cool. you gotta love everyone.
Hello,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that happened today, Bruce Willis would be hanging from the fucking bridge.
Oh, yeah.
In 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of Antifa. Hey, we don't like hate.
We love.
Yeah. Yeah. Bruce Willis is designing. He's like, I suck trans dick.
Everybody's
I'm good.
clapping.
Yeah.
He runs into a store to break in.
Yeah.
He just throws a brick.
Jeremy Irons is like, I didn't know you were that kind of guy. I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were that kind of hero.
All right, man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think we
happy.
got to wrap up. This is good, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
for coming out, Dave. Thank you, Paul.
No worries, man. Thanks
it was
for having me.
great. We're gonna go get some, Oh, actually, you know what? Ha 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 ha. No pecan key lime pie. That's my choice.
Oh, that's a good one.
I heard somebody also said lemon meringue is incredible, but I have not gone into that yet.
It is. It just depends if it's too tart, but it is good.
Key lime, I got to try too.
Yeah.
I've had it's been a while.
Well, I'm glad I decided to not
This has
end on a
been
laugh.
Bye Guys Pie Talk.
Yeah, Bye Guys Pie Talk. Next time we'll do recipes.
Yeah. Well, next
It'll
time
be way gayer than those two men kissing
Well, you
on
got
screen.
to. We're doing pie this week. You got to do something phallic next week. Like, what's your favorite bratwurst?
Oh, yes.
So if we're gonna
Bye,
eat
brats.
pie.
Black.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man.
guys.
Yeah,
Thank you guys
thanks
very
fellas.
much. This has been Bye Guys with Zach and Ian. Enjoy your week.
Goodbye.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
That's all, folks.